First we had to decide what the program was going to be about. So it was a club, a membership that, quite simple, 100 tests. And the basis of the club was really to be able to help build the game of rugby.
I still look back now, and as a youngster you wish to play that first test, to be able to join a club with some of the true legends of the game that wants to give back in terms of everything that rugby's given us.
Because as you grow older and the more distance you are from the game, you really feel proud of what you've achieved, and anything you can do then just to give somebody a helping hand on their start of their career, then just glad to join in.
My 100th test match was against Australia in Perth, which was normally quite a pretty happy hunting ground for me. Our little son had just been born 2 months earlier, so him and my wife had gotten a flight all the way from Cape Town to Perth, and I was really sort of expectant of a great result, given it was an Australian team that was sort of struggling, and we were on the rise towards the 2015 World Cup. I got sin-binned, probably in about the 68th minute. They scored a try with less than 30 seconds of my time remaining, which put them 1 point behind us, and then I think Bernard Foley took the conversion, which I was allowed back onto the field for, to try to charge it down. And I think we ended up losing that game by 1 point. Not a very memorable moment, but the loss aside and the yellow card aside, to be able to stand there and know that you had now become a part of this really special club is something that I hold pretty dear to my heart.
I was stuck on 99 caps. I won my 99th against Argentina prior to the World Cup in 2011, but unfortunately didn't get in the squad then. So fortunately, the way Wales were going out to Australia and a fixture against the Barbarians was arranged. They needed another open side. I remember getting the phone call from Rob Howley to say, look, we'd like you to come along, and just for a split second I was going to say no, as if he gifted a cap, but at the end of the day you realise what an achievement it is, and the opportunity. You never ever turn down the opportunity to play for Wales. Unusual circumstances, like you say, off the bench against the Barbarians, but just glad to get over the line in the end.
I wouldn't say it's a magical memory. It was an epic test match against the All Blacks in the FNB Stadium in Soweto. Magical venue. The game was going pretty well. It was one of those ding-dong affairs, and we were less than a try ahead with a few minutes to play. And Martyn decided to switch play, and he came straight into my channel. So I did whatever I could and went low. All I wanted to do was cut his ankles, and he'd slipped out of his boot, out of the tackle, broken 30 meters down, and that was the end of the game. And there I sat crying like a baby on my 100th test. All I can remember is that I lay with a beautiful, slightly smelly Adidas boot with Martyn's name on it. Like any good rugby man, I did shed a few tears in the change room until eventually my wife pulled me aside and said, you can't let one test depict a journey of 100. So there was some perspective afterwards, and I guess if I was going to lose my 100th test, it might as well have been to the All Blacks. So one always thinks that fairy tales continue to come true, but I was very fortunate. We won our fair share of test matches against the All Blacks, against many teams, and we had an unbelievable time as a group of players. I sit back now, I can joke about it, and I think about how silly it was to be so emotional about a single result over a period of 100 test matches, but the privilege was being able to get to that 100th test match.